Today's presentation is titled Run Your Business Better with Dashboards and Cockpits. My name is Scott Long, President of Long Business Systems. The agenda today is going to cover what is a dashboard, what is a cockpit, the advantages, actually demonstrate how this technology works in a business application, and have a short discussion on in-cloud versus on-premise. A dashboard is a panel facing the driver of a vehicle, containing instruments and controls. In a business system, a dashboard is a container for various types of reports. It may consist of one or more pages. It may have information from various modules within your application on each of the pages. A dashboard might contain graphs, scorecards, reports. There's many variations. And you could have a high level of interactivity, or it could just really display static images. It all depends on the tools that you're using to create your dashboards. A cockpit, on the other hand, is a space containing all the controls, the instrument panel, the seats, for the pilot, and so forth. In other words, a dashboard is part of a cockpit. A cockpit also contains early warning messages, early warning alerts. It contains end-user functionality, and it's all done to improve the productivity and efficiency for the user. Some of the advantages of dashboards and cockpits is that information is graphically represented, so you can just concentrate on the essential information. It's set up to detect potential problems and opportunities very early in the process. It encourages transparency and the elimination of separate silos of information, and you're able to integrate it with company-wide objectives as well as specific user objectives on the one screen or one group of screens. I'm going to now demonstrate how this technology actually works with SAP Business One as the model. So with an SAP Business One, here could be the home page of a cockpit. And then the user has the ability to build their own cockpit. So if I want to drag over the widget for the internet for a browser, and maybe I'm in customer service who monitors the Twitter account for the company, I can have it set up where I can access Twitter as part of my cockpit. I also want to make my messages and alerts part of my cockpit so that if something's going on, I get a message sent to my screen automatically. And it could be a lot of things. When new customers are added to the system, something with past due purchase orders, a list of orders that are on hold, maybe a sales order that is below a specified profit margin. So now all of a sudden I can drill into that sales order, go look at the gross profitability of each line in the sales order, to see what's going on. So I think having messages and alerts as part of your cockpit is essential. We can also add things like a widget for open documents, and these open documents might be things like a list of open quotes, open orders, open invoices, open purchase order, open AP invoices. So here I can see really quickly I have 22 quotes that are open. I can drill into those quotes, take a look at specific quotes, see what's going on. I can see maybe this quote, some of the lines were converted to a sales order. I could then see that sales order was shipped out on a certain date, and then that sales order turned into an AR invoice, and I could then go click on and see the actual payment means if I choose to. So having access to functionality like my open documents, I have the ability to go in and just see quickly how much money I owe people. That's an essential part of a good cockpit. We also have common functions, and those common functions could be whatever I'm doing as a user on a regular basis. Maybe I want to bring my quotes over, sales orders, invoices, maybe open purchase orders or purchase orders. Maybe I want to bring in my business partners. So now, as part of my cockpit, I have access to my day-to-day business functions. If I want to go in there and add a sales order, I could. If I want to go look at sales orders that are open in the system, right from the cockpit, I have the ability to go see this kind of information. Likewise, if I want to call up a specific customer, go into here, I want to look up Earthshaker, see how much money they owe us, what's open deliveries, open orders, any open opportunities, be able to drill into that information right from my cockpit. And then of course another part of the cockpit, as mentioned before, are dashboards. You want to be able to take predefined or customize your own dashboards, and in this case I'm going to add sales analysis and maybe service call dashboards to my cockpit. So what I just did was I added a dashboard as part of my whole cockpit that I have set up. And in this case I have two dashboards. I have one for sales analysis, which is showing sales this year versus last year, my opportunities, top 5 customers, my top items that I'm selling as far as my opportunities. I can then toggle over and see another dashboard that relates to the service side of my business and actually take a look at incoming calls, calls to close, how busy are my employees, and turnover and so forth. So this is a representation of a cockpit with dashboards, web browsers, common functions, open documents, and messages. Another tool that a nice dashboard has in place are some wildcard searches. So if I go up here and I want to find everything with EAR in it, I can get a quick listing of all my items that have EAR in it, and I can drill into those items. Maybe drill into the bill of materials, the item master, take a look at some information, inventory availability. I also have the ability to maybe in this case go look at some business partners. So I can drill into a business partner and take a look at some more information. So this is a representation of how a cockpit could function in a business application environment. There's different technologies that are available for dashboards and cockpits. You could have an in-cloud or an on-premise tool, and it really depends on what does your IT resource know. If you already have internal expertise with a certain tool that's available that works with your business software, then that's probably going to be the one that you should go with, at least to start with. It also depends on the technology of your current business management software. Is dashboards and cockpit technology already built into it? Is it available through an add-on, or is there a third-party solution that could connect to your existing system? And then you have things of access and response time requirements, security, on-premise versus in-cloud, and then of course the big one, which is costs. And what's the cost to develop it or set it up, and then what's your ongoing costs. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. I'm running your business better with dashboards and cockpits.